Something I've been thinking about lately. This passage a friend of mine shared with me. It reads, "The process is the product." And I think about that in relation to anything we do in our lives. Oftentimes, particularly here in the West, people want a shortcut. People want to engage in one friend of mine refers to it as, if you want square work, you don't cut corners. And I'm one, my wife will tell you, and our kids will tell you the same thing, that I'm one who says if you're going to do something, you do it right the first time, such that you don't have to do it again. Also, too, that when you do something, you do it right. And you do it even when no one is watching you, you do it right. Because if you do that, if you do it right and you do it well, even when nobody's watching you, or do the right thing when nobody's watching you, you're guaranteed to always do the right thing even when someone is watching you. Now, I'm not saying you want to serve as an eyeball servant, but what I'm saying is that you want to endeavor to do the right thing. You always want to recognize that which you produce, that which comes from your mind, through your mind and your hands, is a representation of you. And so in every aspect of your life, choose to do the right thing. Choose to be at a higher level. And Keshavan Nair refers in his book, A Higher Standards of Leadership, that the importance of holding yourself to a higher standard, no matter what everybody else is doing. Other people may want to choose to cut corners. Others may want to choose to engage in life in ways that may not be the best. But hold true to yourself when everybody else around you is doing something otherwise. It reminds me of this poem by Edgar Guest. He says, "Figure it out for yourself, my lad. You've all the greatest that men have had. 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a brain to use if you would be wise. With this equipment they all began. So start for the top and say I can. Look them over, the wise and great. They take their food from a common plate, and similar knives and forks they use. With similar laces, they tie their shoes. The world considers them brave and smart, but you've all they had when they made the start. You can triumph and come to skill. You can be great if only you will. You're well equipped for what fight you choose. You have legs and arms and a brain to use. And the man who has risen great deeds to do began his life with no more than you. You are the handicap you must face. You are the one who must choose your place. You must say where you want to go, how much you will study the truth to know. God has equipped you for life, but he lets you decide where you want to be. Courage must come from the soul within. The man must furnish the world to win. So, figure it out for yourself, my lad. You were born with all that the great have had. With your equipment, they all began. Get hold of yourself and say, I can." Now, as I think about that poem by Edgar Albert Guest, I'm just reminded of the process is the product. And so as you go through your process, as you embrace a new way of thinking, a new way of being, challenging though it may be, as you embrace that and begin to recognize that I have the capacities within me. I need to go beyond all the stuff in here, the can'ts, the shan'ts, the never wills, the failed expectations, to realize it. And a way to do that is to meditate. My wife and I have been practicing transcendental meditation for 16 years and teaching now for 12 later this year. And I just wrapped up teaching with 2 gentlemen today. And getting an opportunity to understand the profundity of the statement that the process is the product, and that which you put into becoming you, that which you put into the things you choose to produce, are going to be made resident and on display for the world to see. So understand that you yourself are the product that you have created by virtue of your process. So ultimately, it's the process that matters the most. The process is that product. And so endeavor to be and do your best, no matter what anyone says, no matter the challenges you face. God knows I face challenges on a consistent basis, but I know my core who and what I am, and I know I have the capacity to navigate the world. Now, there are situations over which you have no control. Things and people make decisions in rooms that you are not in. But stand true to yourself. Know that you can do the things you choose to do, and you can be a better person. Believe in yourself. Recognize that your capacities are there. And just continue to move forward, no matter what anyone says or does. Is it a challenge? Will it be a challenge? Oh, gosh, yes. But at the end of the day, the process is the product. The things that you consume, ideas, information, even food stuff for that matter, is going to produce a you. And is it the you that you want to be produced? Is it that you want to be a better person? If you do, recognize that the process, the things you engage in, that's going to determine the quality of your product. And always remember, like Edgar Guest says, you have within you all that's required to accomplish that which you choose to accomplish. Believe in yourself. Know thyself. Temet Nosk. Know thyself at that fundamental level. Move in that direction. Let no one tell you otherwise. And believe in yourself because you have the capacity. It's a word for the day. Peace.